1st and 10. Cousins. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. That'll be complete to Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk. You can work your way, pick it off, and you're able to execute successfully on that play. For them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Patrick Queen on
the last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action now. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributed. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
At the 24-yard line.
1st down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. That went into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did Division III football to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
The Ravens take over first.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
From Viking territory now, they'll come in at the 49-yard line. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first... is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The 24-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And pressure gets to him again. drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
He's got the chance in hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Play fake. Cousins. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Well, the Baltimore Ravens now 4-1 in 2020. They get the relatively easy win over Cincy Week 5, 27-3. The 4th straight time they've beaten their AFC North rivals. And the Ravens getting their first look at Joe Burrow. And really, they were the first one to totally tamp him down, holding him without a touchdown. And what was that you told me, Charles, the 5th time that a reigning MVP had taken on last year's #1 pick?
Yeah, and like the previous 4 times, the MVP came out on top. In this game, going into it, when you looked at those 2 playing against each other, it was almost like professional wrestling, belt versus belt, wasn't it? Think of the hardware both of them have in their homes that they have accumulated during their time. Not just reigning MVP versus #1 overall pick, but both for former Heisman winners going head-to-head. You name it, that matchup had it. And now we got to take a look at what Baltimore has coming up. They go to Philadelphia, a short road trip next week before they get their open week in Week 7. And right now, this schedule's really good for Baltimore in terms of travel. I don't think they get on a plane for like the next 30 days or 40 days or so. So that's really a built-in advantage in a really tough season.
So that'll back them up 5. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 12.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play call is just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Kickoff for Minnesota.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gravy picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Jackson's
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. If you're a fan of old-school physical football, that play was for you.
No doubt about it. That play was for anyone who likes football. He did everything properly on that one. Great contact, wrapped it up, unable to jar the ball free. The only disappointment on the play for him.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
On the carry.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. The open man is Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cousins on 1st down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here. 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he finds Cook. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And a pitch and catch here to Rudolph. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Cousins on 4th down. It is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what's coming.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Jackson on the keeper. A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game.
After review of the
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Is good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Under a minute 20 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Tajay
To
Sharp.
throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He hits his...